Have you ever wondered where the New Year holiday came from? Why some people don't celebrate the New Year at all? And they have a good reason for that. Knowing the history of the holiday's origin, any person would understand that it isn't such a bright and kind holiday. Hello everyone, this is the Hidden Truth channel and I, Emma. Here I reveal the secrets of human history which everyone tries to keep silent about. Also, you will find out the whole truth about our past. I try very hard for you all, so subscribe, like, and let's start. Today I'll tell you about the origins of celebration of the New Year and rituals, such as giving gifts, decorations, and roundelays around the Christmas tree. Also, you will hear the history of appearance of bloodthirsty characters, Father Frost and Snow Maiden. And so, the first people to celebrate the New Year were the inhabitants of Mesopotamia. This event took place approximately 3000 years before Christ. At the same time, the celebration of the New Year was perceived as a kind of awakening of the surrounding nature, which was associated with the appearance of the first flowers and leaves. The New Year holiday in those days descended in March. In ancient Egypt, the celebration of New Year was associated with the beginning of the agricultural season and Nile overflow. This event was celebrated in September with festivals holding secret rites and presenting gifts to the pharaoh. From the Egyptians, the holiday passed to the ancient Romans and Gauls. Finnish tribes associated the beginning of the new year with the end of farming season and the onset of short and cold winter days. However, during the reign of Julius Caesar in 46 before Christ, the inhabitants of ancient Rome began to celebrate the new year on January 1st. This month was named after the great god Janus. One of his faces looked back, that is to the past, and the other one forward, that is to the future. Janus is the patron of undertakings, time, doors, and gates. During the New Year festivals, the Romans brought a bull sacrifice, pies, wine, and various fruits to the temple. People wished each other happiness and gave sweets and gifts. Over time, this holiday became more popular all over the world. Few people have already stopped remembering Janus and given the holiday a different meaning, but the essence hasn't changed. Why is spruce used? The fir tree wasn't chosen by chance. Since ancient times, this tree has been attributed to magical properties. It's always green, which it means doesn't succumb to any destructive forces. Spruce was considered the abode of the forest god. This forest spirit lived in the oldest and most powerful spruce. People gathered around the spruce to worship and appease the forest spirit. They believe that this friendship is very important. People conducted roundelays around the spruce and gave sacrifices. They were thinking that initially the sacrifices were human, only over the time they began to use dead animals' guts. The victims were hung on the branches on the spruce and it was covered with their blood. When the Christian church forbade sacrifices, the peoples replaced the viscera with the paper garlands and balls. In those days, they were made of wood, rags, later on made of glass. Thus, the modern toys of the Christmas tree are the prototypes of dead animals' viscera that were hung on the branches of the spruce. Who is the Father Frost? Of course, he is the main character of the New Year. Today we know him as a cheerful and friendly old man. But he wasn't always good like now. Father Frost is actually an ancient and evil Celtic deity, the great elder of North and lord of the Dean. He had the image of an evil old man who beat naughty children with his staff and intimidated them with scary tales. The evil spirit went from house to house with sack collecting sacrifices. Where did the Snow Maiden character came from? The visit of an old man with a staff and a bucket foreshadowed nothing more than trouble. Usually a corpse appeared in the house after his departure to protect the village from unwanted visit of an evil spirit. People made a sacrifice. It was a young virgin girl. She was undressed, taken into the bitter cold and left tied to the tree. If the girl froze in a day, this meant that this sacrifice was accepted by a deity, that he was pleased and appeased. The modern Snow Maiden is the prototype of the poor and frozen girl. Now she accompanies Santa Claus everywhere. As you can see, the origin of the New Year with all the paraphernalia, Christmas tree decorations, Santa Claus with Snow Maiden is simply monstrous. It was a bloody pagan sacrificial ritual to appease an evil deity. Now people celebrate the New Year without thinking about where all this magic tinsel came from. But the tribal truth of the New Year holiday is exactly like that. That's all. Send the video to your loved ones so that they know the truth. And don't forget to subscribe, because we have a lot of interesting research ahead of us. And remember, you will learn many secrets from me. I love you all. See you in the next video.